Hi you guys, I have another fun, juicy talking video for y'all today with some tea about dating spiritual men versus muggles. If you don't know what a muggle is, it's basically a man that is not spiritual or not as spiritual as you might be. I've dated both. Long-term and short-term. They each have their benefits. I kind of look for the same things in men, whether they're spiritual or not. So it's never been like an absolute thing for me, like, oh my god, I need to be with a spiritual man only, or the opposite, like swearing it off or anything. But the most important part about being with a partner is being as equally yoked as possible. That's what I have found. For example, if you have only been practicing witchcraft for a year or two, ideally, if you're going to be with a spiritual man, try to get with one that has been practicing around the same time as you and has the same amount of experience. Just because sometimes men will take that extra experience that they have and think that they can take advantage of you. If you think that women are the only ones that do love spells, you are severely mistaken. Ask me how I know. Okay? I have had many men put some love work on Nikki. Sure have. To the point now where I can smell it, girl. Like, and I didn't always mind, because these were men that I cared about. But at the same time, if they're going to put love work on you, which is very possible if you're with a male witch, okay? They need to be treating you like they love you. They need to be treating you well. They need to be putting a lot of effort in. Because a lot of men will think, oh, I have this work around her. I don't need to do that much. And it might work on some women for a little while. But eventually, they're just going to be another man to you. I don't care how I feel towards you or how you think I might feel. If you're not treating me the way that I want you to treat me, muggle or not, spiritual man or not, it's done. You are no different to me just because you have a title. And having that approach has benefited me a lot. It does have its benefits when it comes to understanding a little bit, because you feel like a spiritual man can finally relate to that part of you, whereas other men, maybe they can't. And you feel like you have this whole new part of yourself that a man can get to know and understand, and I get it. You just have to be careful. If you're going to be with a spiritual man, make sure that he is treating you the way that you want to be treated. If you need to get a reading to see if there's love work on you, do it. Okay? Do not give them excuses. I don't care how many titles they have. I don't care how many spirits they have. I don't care how many spells they've casted in their lifetime. Doesn't matter. When it comes to the actual meat of the relationship. Okay? Trust me. You get a love spell put on you once or twice, that third time, you're gonna know. You are going to know. And if you don't know how to remove a love spell, I do not suggest dating a spiritual man. I just don't. Because if necessary, you need to be able to remove it so that you can move on for your own healing and happiness. Now, a downside to dating muggles is sometimes the connection can feel limited. And me, like, I keep my practice to myself for the most part, because I am 1,000 other things besides being a witch. Yes, it is a huge part of my life and my identity and who I am. But even if I'm with a spiritual man, I don't talk about spirituality 24/7. I just don't. I have other stuff that I love and care about and that make me Nikki. But it's still a good chunk of my life, and sometimes if you're with a man that's not on the same frequency as you like that, it kind of sucks a little bit because he might not understand, or you might feel like you have to teach him. And I love teaching, as y'all know. Like, I have an ebook, I do these YouTube videos, I do readings and classes here and there. But I don't like teaching my man that much. I just don't. So, yeah. It can feel a little dry, especially after you've been with a spiritual man and then you go to dating a muggle. It can feel like something's missing, I'm not gonna lie. But you have to weigh the pros and cons. If that's all that's missing in your relationship is that he can't relate to you on that level, but everything else is good, take it. But the most important thing about dating a muggle is him being supportive of your path. And he doesn't have to be nosy or anything like that, but he should accept you for who you are and support you in your witchy endeavors. And I mean, I've had guys, girl, I went to Knoxville and we went to the river, right? I was wearing heels. And y'all know how in front of a lot of water, there's like that barrier of rocks on like a hill to keep people from going in the river? Do y'all think that stopped Nikki at 1:30 in the morning because she wanted to go to the river after partying? No, it did not. And I was with a muggle. But he made sure that I got to the river safely, and he was there spotting me, making sure that I watched my step, and we went to the railroad too, and he helped me get railroad spikes, and he did that because that was something that I enjoyed. He doesn't have to understand it. It just meant a lot to me that he was supportive of me doing what I love. And it made me happy, and it made him happy to see me happy. So that's kind of the most important thing, is that they support you and that they love you for who you are. And being with a spiritual man can be amazing, especially if that passion is there, girl, and y'all spirit guides actually get along, and y'all spirit guides are like conspiring for your love. It's fucking magical. And when his spiritual court's elevated and your spiritual court's elevated and they're, getting along and shit, it's amazing. Truly. And y'all's ancestors are meshing, and your ancestors actually like him and want you to be with him and vice versa. It feels amazing. So I don't know what to tell you, girl. Especially dating in these times, like, you just really have to, I hate to be cliche, but you have to put it in God's hands. You really do. I'm sorry, I love me a spiritual man. Oh God. But they're not always what's best for you, boo. You have to do what's best for yourself. Physically, spiritually, emotionally. You're gonna have to weigh the pros and cons. And that's why it's good to have a roster. Like I said a few weeks ago on my page, I was raised in a Greek Orthodox household, and one concept that I'm thankful that I have drilled into my head is that I am single until I'm married. Okay? So, I've done both. I hope this helped y'all. If you need a reading, which I highly, highly recommend if you're in a new relationship, it's just good to get a checkup. Make sure that your ancestors and that your people approve and that they're supportive of it. My links are in the description, and I would be more than happy to help you. I love love. I love the Divine Masculine so much. They have so much to offer us, and it's just about finding the right person. Yeah. I hope this gave y'all some insight. Oh, another thing. I almost hopped off of here. Backtrack. And this is just a precaution, okay, until you get to know this person. If you're dating a spiritual man, especially someone in a very, 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 very strong practice, such as Palo, Voodoo, Santeria, etc., Kimbanda, until you get to know this man, be careful what you leave around him. Okay? Don't leave your clothes laying around. Don't leave your socks laying around. Don't leave your undies laying around. Because, girl, they are waiting to get that tag lock from you. A toothbrush. You better get you one of those travel toothbrushes that you keep in your purse. Take it out of the purse, brush your teeth, and put it back. Okay? I'm telling you, these men they're like bloodhounds. That is one of the first things a lot of these spiritual men will do, is they will put that love work on you. And if they have good PP, you're really going to be bamboozled. Minimize your chances. They can still do it with your picture, absolutely. They don't need your tag locks. But, spell work with a tag lock hits a lot harder than just a picture. Especially if it has some of your bodily fluids on it. Yeah. And love spells are not a bad thing. That is not where I'm coming from. Okay. What I'm saying is love work is a bad thing when it's being done by someone that doesn't feel towards you how they want you to feel towards them, and that just wants control over you. Because ultimately that's going to lead to your heartbreak, to your detriment, because it's not equal, it's not balanced. Okay? And please, for the love of sweet baby Jesus and all who look after him, do not do any crazy blood magic rituals with anybody. No. I don't care how cute Megan Fox and MJK are. I don't care how cute Megan Fox and MJK are. They glamorize the fuck out of their little blood binding, slicing each other open ritual. Don't do it. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Because you're gonna have to go through a bunch of shit to get that cleaned off. You're gonna be calling somebody like me 24/7 because you can't sleep for 4 days thinking of this man because you did a blood binding ritual with him and you gave him your blood. Don't do it. Okay? Trust me. I am turning into TT Nikki right now. Please. Oh, God. Like, I hear some of this stuff online that these men will ask y'all to do spiritually, and I'm like, girl, pump the brakes. Please. I could go on for hours about this, honestly, but I'm gonna end it here. I know this is for somebody. Have fun, date, be safe, protect yourself, but always do what is best for you and check in with your guides, okay? Again, if you need a reading, my links are in the description, and I'm also offering spiritual court readings again, so those are available on my booking platform. Alright, I love y'all.